how I started, actually, my father pushed me to do something, to do some exercises, because in one period I had some accident and I was very lazy, and then he come home after the job and he said, "Oh, you are lazy, you're playing games, you don't do anything. In your age I was doing handstands, I was doing exercises, I would do this, I do this, I do this, la 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 la," and I was like, yeah. And then every day he tries to say something and push me in my head, and I didn't listen for this first time, and then after I start thinking about this, and then when he go on the work, I go do push-ups, I do abs and things like this, and then when past 1 month, he was going home and I do handstand in the garden. So he actually see this. I'm like, oh, okay, I did something. So actually I start continue then do more exercises. I start to improve. I do more handstand, and next challenge is be like to go down the stairs. I like in handstand, and then yeah, it's very nice moves. You do that. So this was the beginning before I know what is this discipline, ADD parkour. So I start doing this and exercising, and then after 2 months passed, and I saw the first video. Some guys moving, jumping, doing crazy things. So, whoa, like I want to do this. So immediately I go outside and I try to do some of these moves, and then I crash, of course, and I go back. I watch video, I go out and I try again. And I go back in, go out, and like 10 times trying to do something. So I think that's something what you can do for today too, because it's a million videos, so people just watch and they don't produce. They just watch and they do anything. So if you take one video and study the video and study the moves, and you actually can break it and go out and do something. So it was like this. And then I started, it wasn't YouTube, and I found one video somewhere online, and I watched like this video for 2 months because I didn't have anyone else. And I watched this video, go out, train. Then when I did one move, then I watch another one, and then how I actually build the first things in this. So a couple of moves, and then after sometime you meet somebody else, and then you share experience, and then you progress.
So I mean, in the start you always train alone first, then you...
Yeah, in the start almost I trained alone 2 years. It was a couple of people who came, but they disappeared. So I must say I can say I was training almost alone for 2 years. So these guys maybe give me a little push, but it's always okay, come on guys, we go training, and then I was losing so much time and everything because they didn't want, and then I just one day stopped calling them and I just continue alone. So after I meet people who really want to train, and then they push me, I push them, and then we continue. Whenever I go somewhere and I go back home, whoa, this was the best. It's always like this. If you yeah, I actually don't yes, it's like this. I think it's not best experience. You always learn something new, and you always meet some people who do different things, and you always learn something for beginner or experienced guy. It's not important. You always can share with everybody. It's not important if you train 1 year or 10 years. If we can share something, it's good. So I will not say I have the best experience, but I have a really quite good things when I have like gone home back and be inspired by people or by places or by something. So I really don't know, is it some special place? And I didn't travel like so much all the world. Oh, ciao Kiki! Ciao have a crazy Kiki, you know? It's going like this. We put this in there. Yeah. So I will not say what is the best experience, but one of this I'm first time in Asia, so it's quite inspiring, and I'm looking forward to visit Taipei and in Taiwan, and Malaysia is very nice, and I will come back because I come here just 2 days. We did workshops, and I jump a little between the breaks when you guys eating, so I hope I will come here again and train more because I really like the spots, and just a little bit hot, but I will survive, I think. So. Actually, how we need to do things, it's, I think if you have fear of something, you need go and train that. So it's always like this almost, but the only thing I can fear it now is I think height. So everything you can somehow find a way, so how you like split it in the pieces and okay, do this technique, so like this or this, blah, 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 and then you break it. But heights for me are really problem, so I just really scare up, like is it something a bit higher, so I think I just need to go more and more, so to try for the balance and something like this, so I'm not comfortable in heights. I do some things sometimes, but I'm not comfortable, and this is my biggest fear, so, but Lorenza, yes, and fear to get injured, so you'll not be able to move. I try to be always safe, and I don't push too much. I always like find the limitation, because if you are here, you always try to go a little above your limits and like stay here. Don't go too out of your comfort zone. It's okay you go out of comfort zone, of course you need to go explore. If you want to progress, you need to go always pushing. But if you're pushing little by little, it's best. But if you try to push too much, sometimes can be risk good, sometimes not, but I don't want to risk too much. So if I want to in the future train more and travel, for me it's not important if I will do precision 5 meters today or not. If I try and see I can't do it, if I try 10 times, I say I will quit and say okay, this is not important, I find something else. So I'm really not going always back for some things if I realize I really don't want to do the things, if that can hurt me. So I just go and find something else. It's always try find some fun in everything. So yes, fear is always here. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's less bigger, but you always facing it a little by little. So. Actually, it was always different. So what I say in people in workshops, I always try to have fun and find everything interesting. So if I don't have strict plans, I have some goals like, oh, I want to work on this for this month, on this year or blah, but I'm not something besides, oh, I have plan or I routine. I just train how I feel, and it's mostly I like a lot to move, and I want to do a lot of conditioning because I want to train in the future in the next 10 years. So motto is just stay in motion. So always move around maximum you can, play, and not go too much. I don't like to train indoor, so a lot of people go and train indoor, like they build up parks and everything, so oh, okay, you move here. For me, I don't like it so much because I think it's become lazy. So you come in the park, you train a little, you move, when you go home, you break some jumps. Yes, okay, when it's winter, it's very cold, but people who don't need to train indoor, I think it's not good, because just make you more lazy. So then you stop running and things like this. So motivate me always this for what is motivate me always, it's just going outside, train, and fun in everything. So Malaysia, Singapore, whatever you go, always try to have fun, to be interested to what you do. So never be bored. If you get bored, you will stop. I think everybody have some own style in training, like stuff what they do. For example, if you train for Laron, I train with him like really long time already. Like we meet every year a couple of times, and last one and a half month I spent with him. So he's really crazy in the conditioning. So if you spend some time with him, you just die. Like every day you train 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. You don't know, sometimes more, sometimes less. But it's a lot of conditioning, it's a lot of pushing, a lot of preparing your body, your mind. And when you come, and if he tell you what you will do, you will quit. But you come on training and you just repeat what he doing and try to follow, try to keep, you can survive. But because it's very crazy, but it's about conditioning. Laron, it's like really crazy. About Ševo, I don't know. I didn't spend too much time with him, but what I saw, he's, I think, a really good mover. So they're really pretty old, and yes, but they're double older than me. So I'm 26 and they are more than 40. So if I be able to move like this in 40, I will be super happy. So that is the goal what I want in the future. So to keep do conditioning and to keep in moving, because I want to be able to move in 40s. So I'll be very happy. So yes, that's one of my goals. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.